right. This is probably what I'm going to call this one for the day. I get the blocks on, get the front painted, primed, and spots that were bare primed, so we can paint that. There's still a lot of cleaning that needs to be done over here on this side. Linkage and stuffs. Yeah. Anyway, and I got 4 of the 6 bolts in to pinch this side of the blocks down, because we already had the ones in on this side, so pinch this side down so we get a good squish on that gasket. So hopefully that thing like sucks down and seals up nice and wonderful. Got my tub of dirty bolts to clean up yet, sliding that back there out of the way. Other stuff that needs cleaned up, water pump. I need to knock the rust, surface rust off the top of the heads. What else we got going on? That's kind of the main thing. I was just trying to get stuff together on one cart. Fan blades will need to be cleaned up. Carburetor. I think the manifold, I think I can just give it a wipe down and shoot it brown on the intake. And part of me wondered about, I don't know, maybe high heat black the exhaust, if I can find stuff that's but then I also got the generator down there that needs gone through, because I don't think it was charging there towards the end, and I think it's a problem with the voltage regulator that I think is mounted on that. Yeah, voltage regulator's on there, because I tried to use this thing with a inverter deal to run Christmas lights on a Christmas parade float, and with the key off, the inverter would work just fine, but as soon as I started the tractor, it would kick off. I got my voltmeter out, and that thing was throwing like 17 volts to the battery, which is why we kept burning up batteries on it, I think. Anyway, so this is a cart full of stuff to go back on. Here's my little bucket of gas that I was using to clean bolts. As we tip that dirty, you can see just how much dirt and grease and stuff just sloshing around in there. Cleaned them up. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish. I'm gonna slide that cart back in the corner, get the sandblaster put away, get my toolbox here, roll back out of the way. I'm gonna get this table folded up. Try and get the garage back so I can get Mama's Jeep in for the night. I think we're supposed to have rain overnight. I don't know, but I want to get her Jeep put away because I've got tractor parts fund stuff in the back of my truck that I need to get out and get sorted through and processed. Yeah, we'll just walk over there. So we sold a building at work, and as they were demolishing, there was a bunch of, pay no attention to the garden hose, but there was a bunch of MC cable in the dumpster, and the construction guy was like, he didn't care if I dug it out. If I dug it out, they wouldn't have to worry about it. So I'm going to dig through and sort some of this out, because I want to get 3, 4, 5, I don't know, whatever the biggest, longest runs of it that I can. So that I can, I'd really like to wire up the barn down at the farm where the where I keep most of the tractors. It used to be a double corn crib, and then we added a shed onto it. I'd like to get lights out there, and if I'm gonna do it, I'd really like it to be wired up with this stuff. Insurance and just peace of mind kind of thing. But, it's in conduit, so critters can't get to it, kind of thing. And I did get. Let me see. There's some boxes that I got with it. Whether I can use them or not, I don't know. But I need to get this out, because Mom and I are getting ready to leave in a couple days. Headed down to Florida to the Sun and Fun fly-in airship thing. But I want to get all this out, so I need to get garage cleaned up enough that I can get the Jeep back in tonight, so that I can get my truck in the driveway and drag all this out, because there's it's heavy. There's a lot there. I don't know how many tractor parts it'll buy, but it'll buy a lot more than if I didn't have it. So anyway, that's where we're at for tonight. We'll call it. Let's walk back over here. Try not to die. That'd be dumb. At some point I gotta mow the yard. I don't think it's happened before I go to Florida. Anyway, that's where we're at on the old Jetstar 3. We're getting there. Say, according to old Raj, we hit the point of grand turnaround, and things are going back on. Blocks are on and bolted down mostly. New governor's in and tight. Yeah, we'll just keep plugging along, and probably going to paint from the bell housing forward. I don't think I'll paint the transmission just because I didn't touch the transmission, but and it's not the exact right color. So, and what's really weird, when I look at this, there's two different shades of brown there, and I don't know which one is on top. Oh, the dark brown is on top. Huh. Because I had a mocha or some other that was, or chestnut or something, that was definitely much more this lighter brown. But too much of it says it needs to be this darker Dyna brown color, so that's what we're gonna go with, the Rust-Oleum leather brown. Rust-Oleum gloss leather brown. That's better not. That's what we're painting it. It's a little too dark, I think, to match the Dyna, but I don't care, because I get her put back together, and we're gonna go back to using it, because it's a handy dandy little utility tractor. So anyway, that's where we're at. I'll be back. All right, back out in the garage. Jetstar 3 project. I really don't feel the energy to move all that stuff out of the way to get to the tractor tonight. I was working on cleaning my truck out. Wife and I are going to take a little mini vacation. I think I talked about that. I did get a little bit done on a little side project. Thanks to my buddy John Granfield up in Antioch, Illinois, that's where he's at. I picked up a set of these front wheel weights. We're going to put those on the front of my wife's U that my son likes to pull at our local tractor show down in Rushville, and see if we can't keep the front wheels a little more firmly planted to the ground, because he likes to, and they don't like that. They don't like when the front end comes up. So anyway, I thought I'd kind of paint those up, so because they were rough. Anyway, I'm not going to dig into that, moving all that stuff to get to there, but what I am going to do tonight, pistons. I'm going to get these. There's still a lot of carbon on the face of the pistons. I'm going to take these over to the old wire wheel there. Where is it? Over there somewhere. There it is. Take it to the wire wheel, buzz the face off, and then we'll stick it in the vise, and we'll pull the old rings off, and then we'll get these pistons and stuff cleaned up. And then I think I'm going to have better luck with the Jetstar 3 than I did with the 302 Super. If you go back and look at that, I struggled with rings, but I've got 20-7100736, I think, is the AGCO part number, but maybe it's 73, whatever it is. You guys can read. What's it say? Anyway, those rings actually look like they're right, all of them, mostly. 302 Supra had a struggle with the oil ring, because it needed a ring like this, and no, it needed a ring like what's in that set. It's got two little stainless with a screw. Anywho, what came for the 302 Super were 2 of them like this that were supposed to go in one groove, and the grooves were this size. Well, 2 of these won't fit in the same hole at the same time. So anyway, I'm gonna get these buffed, the face of them buffed up nice and pretty. We'll get the rings off, and then probably what's gonna happen is, do I have it still? Yes. We'll clean up and we'll get this tub here that's got gas in it. We'll top that off. We'll let those soak. Get all the extra old oil and stuff off of them, rinse them around, whatever, and then I probably won't do much more on this until I get back from a little sun and fun fly-in air show weekend adventure. Anywho, that's where I'm at. I did move some of this stuff out. Yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at. It's just, if I had a shop the size of my garage where it's just me in here, it'd still have the same amount of crap, but it would be easier because I wouldn't have to move everything to do anything. But deal was, Mama's car comes in every night, or mostly every night. So anyway, that's why I've started putting everything on wheels so I can roll it out of the way, roll it right back. But I just don't feel like rolling stuff because I do have some extras over there in tubs and that big thing. So some heavy things that I just don't feel like messing with tonight. So I did find, I don't know what I was looking for, but I did open this cabinet up. I will be needing that. Let's get that out so I don't forget where it's at. Well, I lost it at one point. And somewhere, well, that's assembly grease. Somewhere floating around, I've actually got a, I wonder if it's in here in the pliers drawer. I've actually got a set of piston ring pliers. Oh man. Oh. Are you kidding me? Right there on top. So that'll make getting they get this little V-shaped groove in them, and you just, well, what's in there with that? And you can just spread those rings right out and get them right off of there. That'll come in handy. We'll need those. Get those out. Leave them out. Anywho, all right. Well, I think we're gonna call that for tonight. That's gonna be. Well, I shouldn't say call it for the night. I'll bring you back after I got pistons cleaned up and rings off, and might even show you the process of taking rings off. But anyway, oh, my workbench is a mess. I'll be back. All right, so I got this piston here in my vise. I've already got the rings off of it, as you can see. Number 1 came off no problem. Number 2 said nah, left the chat. Number 3 came off. Number 4 is an oil ring. It is not completely out yet because this style of ring has got, and I'm not going to be able to see what I'm doing because I'm reader glasses in, but it's got a cast iron scraper ring for the oil ring, which is this. But then in behind that thing, spacer removal tool to the rescue. Ah, if you can see it in there, there is another. Oh, come on. There's got to be an end to it somewhere. Where are you? That's why you don't want to turn. Can you see what I'm doing? No, because you're not looking, or I'm not looking. Somebody's not looking. Oh, there we go. Anyway, there's this like little expander ring that goes in behind. All right, so there's all the rings off of piston numero uno. So we will eventually, I'll clean this up better, but there's no markings on the top of the piston. When I first pulled them out, I took my cheapy Chinese calipers and measured them, and they were basically stock bore. Everything about this tractor says that this motor is about as original as it gets for a 1960 whatever it is we decided it was. So anywho, let's loosen that up a little bit. Is that enough? Yep. So we'll gently take this thing over. We'll clean it up some more. It's definitely going to soak in gasoline and clean that out some more, but anywho, so we'll bring number 2 over. Number 2 there in the holding device. Get the big pickle fork. Wrench thing there. I don't know if I can do this one-handed or not. I know I can't without my... Oh, there. Okay, nope. I may have to get a tripod. Nope. Yep, I get a tripod. Tripod to the rescue. Come here, you. Alright. Get you open up like that. Set you down there. Good enough. Put you over there like that. Alright, now what are you looking at there? Oh look, piston. But can you see what I'm doing? Probably not. I will zoom in a little bit. Alright, so what we're going to do is ring pliers, and then they just very gently squeeze them. It expands the ring, and if you're lucky, you can. Come on, either that or we'll break you. Number 1. Can you see what I'm doing here? Two. Huh. Number 1 went for a side trip, I guess. 3. And I struggled with the pliers on this ring because it doesn't stick. One side doesn't stick out very far, so we'll go old school. See if my thumbs can handle it. Not very well. But once we get to there, you see that? No, you can't see that. So kind of what I've done is I've got it up on the ring lands, or yeah, something like that. It's not in a groove anymore, which means I can get my pliers on it, get my pliers on it, and keep them on it. Come on. There we go. So there's that. And then we got the oil ring spacer thing. Come on. Where are you? We're just starting into it somewhere. Oh. Oh, come on. There it is. I saw you. You poked out. There it is. That. Ta-da. Alright, 2 down, 2 to go. That's probably where I end it for tonight, because like I say, I need to get cleaned up, because I need to pack for our trip, because I haven't done that yet. And I don't want to be packing. I definitely don't want to be packing the day we leave and stuff. So anyway, piston number 2, ringless. And then again, there's no markings on the top indicating any kind of oversize. Yeah, I think we're just gonna put back together an original engine with new rings and new rod bearings. Call her good. There's so little wear. I think it's an original low wear engine. Anyway, I'll be back. All right, all the rings are off. All the pistons are over here. They got a lot of old oil and dirt and grease and stuff on them, so I will, like I say, that gray tub right there used to have gasoline in it. Well, I may dump it out and refresh the gas, but we will soak these things, get all the grunge off of them, get the new rings on it. We'll probably wire wheel them a little bit more, clean them up a little better, something. I don't know. Maybe not. Just put we'll see. But yeah, I think I'm done for the night. I got lots of projects to do before I go to Fun and Sun Fly In. So anyway, I'll be back.